Hey folks, Cornell here with Midlife Crits with the Outlaw Rogue. We're going to go ahead and just jump right into it. But first, I want to say thank you to our patrons over on Patreon. And if you feel that you would like to support the channel here to help us out, I'm going to be creating a community tab once they become available here on Battle for Azeroth for sponsors, subscribers, and patrons, where I will hold community nights on stream over on Twitch, and we will go ahead and party with the members of the community. So let's jump on in. At level 15, you have Weapon Master, Quick Draw, and Ghostly Strike. Weapon Master is a passive. Sinister Strike has a 10% chance. It has a 10% increased chance to strike at an additional target. Quick Draw, passive. Half cost uses of pistol shot granted by Sinister Strike now generate 1 additional combo point and deal 50% additional damage. Ghostly Strike costs 30 energy within melee range. An instant cast with a 35-second cooldown. Strikes an enemy dealing 1,255 physical damage and causing the target to take 10% increased damage from your abilities for 10 seconds. At level 30, you have Acrobatic Strikes, Retractable Hook, and Hit and Run. Acrobatic Strikes as a passive increases the range on all your melee attacks by 3 yards. Retractable Hook, passive, reduce the cooldown of Grappling Hook by 30 seconds. Hit and Run, passive, increases your movement speed at all times by 15%. And actually, I'm going to probably take Quick Draw there, Hit and Run here. Level 45, Vigor, Deeper Stratagem, and Mark for Death. Vigor, passive, increases your maximum energy by 50 and your energy regeneration by 10%. Deeper Stratagem, you have a maximum of 6 combo points. Your finishing moves consume up to 6 combo points, and your finishing moves deal 5% increased damage. And Mark for Death, 30-yard range, instant cast with a 1-minute cooldown. Marks the target instantly, generating 5 combo points. Cooldown reset if the target dies within 1 minute. I'm going to take Deeper Stratagem. Level 60, Iron Stomach, Elusiveness, and Cheat Death. Iron Stomach is a passive, increases the healing you receive from Crimson Vial, healing potions, and health stones by 30%. Elusiveness, passive. Feint also reduces all damage you take from non-area effect attacks by 30% for 5 seconds. And lastly, Cheat Death, passive. Fatal attacks instead reduce you to 7% of your maximum health for 3 seconds. Afterward, you take 85% reduced damage, cannot trigger more often than once per 6 minutes. And in this case, I will take Iron Stomach. Level 75, Dirty Tricks, Blinding Powder, and Prey on the Weak. Dirty Tricks is a passive. Cheap Shot, Gouge, and Sap no longer cost energy. That is a tempting one. Blinding Powder, passive, reduces the cooldown of Blind by 30 seconds and increases its range by 15 yards. And lastly, Prey on the Weak, passive. Enemies disabled by your Cheap Shot or between the eyes take 10% increased damage from all sources for 6 seconds. I am going to take Dirty Tricks. Level 90, Loaded Dice. Alacrity. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, let me know down in the comments. Alacrity, Slice and Dice. Loaded Dice, passive. Activating Adrenaline Rush causes your next roll of the bones to grant at least 2 matches. Alacrity, passive. Your finishing moves have a 20% chance per combo point to grant 3% haste for 20 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. Slice and Dice replaces Roll the Bones. 25 energy, 1 to 6 combo points, instant cast. Finishing move that consumes combo points to increase attack speed by 60%, and energy regeneration rate by 15%. Lasts longer per combo point spent. For 1 point, you get it for 12 seconds, 2 points, 18 seconds, 3 points, 24 seconds, 4 points, 30 seconds, 5 points, 36 seconds, and 6 points, 42 seconds. In this case, I am probably going to take Loaded Dice. Level 100, Dancing Steel, Blade Rush, and Killing Spree. Dancing Steel is a passive, increases the duration of Blade Flurry by 3 seconds, and its damage by 5%. Blade Rush, 20-yard range, instant cast, 45-second cooldown. Charge your target with your blades out, dealing 1,000 882 physical damage to the target, and 941 to all other nearby targets. And Killing Spree. 10-yard range, instant cast with a 2-minute cooldown. Teleport to an enemy within 10 yards, attacking with both weapons for a total of 7,908 physical damage over 2 seconds. While Blade Flurry is active, also hits all nearby enemies for 100% damage. I'm going to take Dancing Steel. Again, as in my other videos, it's either Relentless or Adaptation that I take for the first one. Now let's get into the unique ones for the Outlaw spec. Maneuverability. Passive, Sprint, suppresses all movement impairing effects for 4 seconds when used. Take Your Cut. Passive, Roll the Bones grants allies within 8 yards 15% haste for 8 seconds when cast. Control is King. Passive, when enemies within 40 yards of you are stunned, silenced, or polymorphed, you gain 3 seconds of Adrenaline Rush. Drink Up Me Hearties. Passive, you learn the ability to create Crimson Vials for allies. Create a Crimson Vial to share with allies. Maximum of 3 can be carried at once. Cheap Tricks. Passive. After coming out of blind, the target's chance to miss attacks is increased by 75% for 5 seconds. Between the Eyes reduces the energy cost of your pistol shot by 100% for 5 seconds. Dismantle. Instant cast. 45-second cooldown. Disarm the enemy, preventing the use of any weapons or shield for 6 seconds. Plunder Armor. Melee range. Instant 2-minute cooldown. Steals and equips the target's armor. Reduces their damage dealt by 10% and maximum health by 20%, and increases yours by the same amount. Lasts 10 seconds. Boarding Party. Passive. Between the Eyes increases the movement speed of all friendly players within 10 yards by 30% for 5 seconds. Thick as Thieves. Passive. Your Tricks of the Trade now increases your and the friendly target's damage by 15% for 6 seconds. Turn the Tables. Passive. After coming out of a stun, you deal 15% increased damage for 6 seconds. Shiv. Melee range. 12 seconds. Cooldown. Deals 645 damage to the target, dispelling all enrage effects, and reduces movement speed by 70% for 4 seconds. Honor Among Thieves. Critical hits in combat by allies within 15 yards grant you a combo point, but no more often than once every 2 seconds. Smoke Bomb. Instant. 3-minute cooldown. Creates a cloud of thick smoke in an 8-yard radius around the rogue for 5 seconds. Enemies are unable to target into or out of the smoke cloud. And Death from Above. 25 energy, 1 to 6 combo points, 15-yard range. Instant cast with a 30-second cooldown. Finishing move that empowers your weapons with shadow energy and performs a devastating attack. You leap into the air and dispatch your target on the way back down with such force that it has a 15% stronger effect. So, for this one, I am going to take Control is King. Boarding Party. And Thick as Thieves. So, folks, that's going to wrap it up for the Outlaw Rogue. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Let me know what you think down in the comments below of these talents. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget that bell icon so you know when we're doing fresh new things here on Midlife Crits. And for Midlife Crits, this is Cornell, and we will see you on the couch.